really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Panthers and the Commanders on Sunday Night Primetime.
The Carolina Rains have arrived as we are inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and CD, you look at Washington coming into play here. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, and not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up. And then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Throwing on first down. Webster on the out route. Dobbs brings it in. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Webster. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Webster escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Webster. And his throw is incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Webster. And this is going to be incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Throwing to start the drive. Russell in trouble, and he's taken down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Nice little gain. To throw on third down. Russell. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
We're able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the third down conversion there.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Webster.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
That was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was there. They thought he was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
To throw on second down, Webster. That'll be caught by Rice.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling that is a good priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Webster got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, and he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On 1st down, Webster buying time to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Came to the line of scrimmage. He knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Webster.
This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, Webster. And that's complete to McCaffrey.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. From the gun on 3rd down, Webster got a man complete. It's Hamler. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Again, McCaffrey. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. McCaffrey.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
To throw on 2nd down. Russell. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick. But let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the Raiders. And right now, they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Webster. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Webster. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
The Commanders preparing for their next possession.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Russell. And that is incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
His throw incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Webster.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Webster. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold it for just a short gain.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Russell over the middle, complete. That's Alexander. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Off-play action. Russell. And the catch made by Walters. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Russell. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Russell. And he fires one, but incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing on 1st down. Webster, wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
To throw on 2nd down. Webster completed out left to Dobbs. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Back to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st down, Russell. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 30, 10, touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this 1st half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the 1st half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line. And now will they use a timeout?
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the score line. 38-28, the final score. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. J.K. Dobbins, a touchdown run in the victory. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So here is Washington now to take over.
They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Russell throwing the out route incomplete. It's Alexander finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Operating from the gun. Russell got his man complete over the middle. That's Alexander.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Hands it off out of the gun.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Commanders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing to start the drive. Russell, he finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Looking to throw. Russell. Under pressure, and he will go down. Set back at the 38. Nick Bosa. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt, and this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will stay a 4-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
They're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw on third down, Webster. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him go, and now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad.
So the field goal unit is coming on here, and boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and that will keep this a 4-point game. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Back to throw. Russell. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Yeah, this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but closed there quickly at the end. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Webster. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. From the gun on third down. Russell. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on third down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short pickup to about the 25. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Looking to throw. Russell. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. On third down, Russell. Walters with a grab over the middle. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's certainly going to make up the conversion right there because now they're going to keep the drive valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Derek Brown
Busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 7. And that is incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Carolina. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Back onto the field now, the Commanders offense.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Back to throw. Russell under pressure, and they got to him again. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, good move. Again with a juke. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And the Panthers coming out now. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Webster. He finds his man, complete. It's Rice.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Like the design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, Webster.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21.
Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here tonight, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd and 2, Webster. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Chase Young bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll start this drive out on the ground. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the 1st by a few yards. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. He's back to throw. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Washington,
it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall.